landed behind us. I saw one of them landed out there. One of them went back towards them. Lost the foot.
That's insane.
Alright, go get your own animal.
You get that kung fu pose on there? Yeah.
Oh, that one might have went to the other shore.
Okay, here we go. All right. So, Dr. Morey, Uncivilized Vitality, we're doing slings again. So I show you what we need. The boys and I are up camping, and we didn't bring some slings, so we just make some. You'll need some paracord, sharp knife, multi-tool might help with the grabbing, a lighter or something hot, and then a piece of leather. So I got a bunch of scrap leather here. We're making a bunch of slings, and we will put this together in a minute. So, got a spare piece of leather, and I got to cut it. So the first thing I can do, make this easy on myself, is I just put my knife into the log, and I'll shave up a nice rectangle. So what I can do is just take the leather against the knife blade, and I can just cut by dragging the leather through against my blade. That way I'm not messing with the knife sliding around and, going there. So I got a basic rectangle. Now what I like to do, I'm just going to make a 4-tab sling, boat sling. I cut the little corners off, so I'm going to shave those off. So I just kind of shave these corners off. Just make it a little neater when it's put together. Alright, so now I've kind of shaved the corners off. Now I'll make 2 slits, about an inch deep, not too deep, just so the 2 tabs can overlap like that. Okay? And then you'll see when I have the slit in the middle. So this is just a 4-tab. I can do a 6-tab, but when the 2 tabs overlap, and I've got the holes punched through there, you'll end up with this boat shape that the pocket for the rock to sit in. Okay, so I've got that set up, super simple. Next thing I do is I got to get some holes for my paracord to go through. And I don't have a punch, so the easiest thing to do is I just tap my knife down through there and use the tip to make a little opening and an X, just like that. Do that in each tab. I'll show you the next one. A little X or a V, so I can punch the cord through those little tabs. You don't want them too big, don't want to weaken your leather up, but you might want to consider running that hole out. Alright, that's real quick. And then Emmerich and I can take our slings and go over and have fun too. We're up at Manistee River in Michigan, flinging some rocks out. So, I got that. Next I'll need some cordage. And I usually just go about my fingertips up to my armpit, just loosely, to kind of measure that off. I'm going to drag that against my knife. Cut that. I'll just drop it there for now. I want 2 pieces. I find the center. Drag that against my knife. Kind of makes for a nice hands-free workstation. Now what I like to do is pull some of the inner strands out of this paracord, about an inch, and I cut those off. I'll just set those down for now. And I slide that shroud back down this way, if it's not too windy, which it is. Can melt the end of this. Heat it up enough to avoid the hot nylon burns. So I've got kind of a melted, tough part of that paracord to help force through the tabs. I've made a bunch of these and I'm covered in blisters from both the lighter and this hot nylon. Alright, so now I can, if I had my paracord needle or fid, it would be a little easier. So I go through one, and then I come through the bottom of this one, so those tabs kind of overlap. Pull the cord through, and then what I'm going to do is a hunter's noose. You can check our other videos for this knot. but I go facing away from me. I go over the standing part, wrap around that free part again, cut under the X right there, and pull that tight. Kind of dress that knot up, make it tight, and then I slide the knot down to my basket, and then I just take the slack out. So that's tight on that side. Where's our other one? There we go. Let's dress this one up real quick. Get that shroud cut. See if we can get this done without burning my thumb anymore. Heat that up. Make a nice sharp little point. Can't recommend doing that. One thing to remember is if, for instance, this right hand side tab is over, when I go to the opposite side, I want to make sure it's also the right hand so that I get a kind of a balance to my boat. Right? So that means I can tuck through this hole, tuck through the bottom of that hole with that stiffened up paracord. Alright, I'm going to run that hunter's noose real quick. Again, I've got another video somewhere you can watch that. How to tie that knot. It's a super, super handy knot. We'll slide that down to the barrel in our basket. Take the excess up. And then you can see when those are tied, you get this little boat, right? Little noose, that's the pocket for your rock. So you choose one of your strands, and you're going to need a loop. Let's probably use this one. You can tie a bowline, any kind of loop you want. Easiest way for these forest slings we're just doing quick is just tie an overhand knot on the bite. Just make sure you have enough room to get your middle finger through there. Okay? Nice and tight, middle finger. Now with it hanging off my middle finger, I go over the back of my hand to where my thumb and forefinger are, and I want that boat to be riding even, just like that. So I'll need a stopper knot about right here. I just wrap around twice and finish up with a figure 8. Tighten that up. And before we really cinch it down, make sure it's about right. That's about even. Cinch that up. Pop that excess off there. And then Emmerich has a sling ready to go. You can tuck that in either way, it doesn't matter. Then you got your little boat sling. Put your rock right in that little pouch. Go around your head. And let go. Off you go. Alright, quick sling. There you go. We have another video. We just did a sling I did on Mackinac Island. I think we're doing a prize. So whoever runs a comment for that video or this video, we'll just we'll mail you a sling. Best comment. We'll just choose it randomly. So we love our slings. Alright, there you go. Don't forget to leave a comment. Like and subscribe, share the channel, please. That helps out the foundation. And we appreciate it. That's it.